So in last video, we have seen that how we can fine tune a model in AWS, and now let's look at how Amazon Bedrock helps us to evaluate a model's performance. This stage is extremely important because it tells us how well our model is doing and whether it's ready for real world use. So Bedrock offers automatic evaluation. Bedrock offers automatic evaluation tools that check model quality across different tasks. It supports built-in evaluations like text summarization, question answering, and text classification, open-ended text generation, and much more. Using various statistical methods like BERT score and F1 score, this accuracy gives you a quick and reliable understanding of model accuracy. So, all right, let's talk about something super important when working with AI models: benchmark datasets. So these are carefully created datasets designed to test and compare how different language models perform. They cover a wide range of subjects, difficulty levels, and linguistic styles, so we can really understand what a model is good at and where it struggles. Benchmark datasets helps us to evaluate key metrics like accuracy, processing speed, efficiency, and how well a model scales in different scenarios. But here is something critical. Some benchmarks can quickly reveal biases or unfair behavior towards certain groups. So they are not just test sets, they are reality checks. And if your organization has unique needs, you can even build your own custom benchmark set to evaluate models in a way that truly matches your real environment. Now let's move into human evaluation inside Amazon Bedrock. Here you select a team of people who will assess your model manually. These evaluators can be your internal staff or actual domain experts, depending on how specialized your use case is. Next, you define the criteria and scoring method. It could be simple, thumbs up or thumbs down, or more detailed methods like ranking or rating scales. Amazon Bedrock also gives you built-in task categories to choose from, just like automatic evaluation. Or if needed, you can design your own custom evaluation tasks from scratch. Human evaluation gives that final layer of human judgment, which is sometimes necessary to validate quality beyond automated metric. All right, so next let's look at some standard AI evaluation uh, metrics. First is ROJ, which checks how similar the generated text is to the reference text. It is mainly used for summarization. ROJ-N counts matching n-grams, while ROJ-L looks at the longest matching sequence. Then we have BLUE, a very popular metric for translation. It focuses on precision and penalizes output that are too short. It checks n-grams at multiple lengths to see how accurate the translation is. BERT score is more advanced. It compares the meaning of the generated text with reference using BERT embeddings. This makes it much better at catching subtle difference in meaning. And finally, perplexity, which shows how well the model predicts the text. Lower perplexity means the model is more confident and accurate. So this diagram shows how automated evaluation works in real scenario. Customer data and feedback are fed into the system, and the generative AI model produces personalized product descriptions. Metrics like ROJ, BLUE, and BERT score evaluate the quality of those descriptions. These results help display the right products to the right customer. This creates a continuous feedback loop that keeps improving the model over the time. As you can see here, besides technical metrics, we must also measure business impact. User satisfaction tells us how happy customers are with the model's responses. ARPU, or average revenue per user, shows how much income each user contributes because of the GenAI system. Cross-domain performance checks whether the model works well across different topics or categories. Conversion rate tells us how effectively the model influences the actions like purchases. And finally, efficiency measures how well the model uses computes and resources. Together, these metrics give a complete view of technical accuracy and business value. So that's all for this topic, and in next topic we do hands-on on FM, that's foundation model evaluation. Thanks for watching this video. Make sure to like this video, share this video, subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to leave a comment. Thank you very much.
If you have any question or any doubt, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I will answer you as soon as I can. Thank you for watching. Bye and have a nice day.